Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you so much for watching this video. So this next video is going to be a bit different because I did this DIY and it was my first time doing it, and I was not sure if I wanted to share the video, but then after finishing it, I was like, yeah, I have to share, because as a beginner, it's really difficult to know like the DIYs and the tools that they use and stuff. So I thought I would share my experience of how I did the DIY, how it was for me doing this wall paneling and stuff. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. And before I get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos from me. With that being said, let me just jump right into it. So today I'm going to talk about this wall paneling. Like for me, I had this big wall and I didn't know what to do, because if I was to put like picture frames, it would be like in one area, but I wanted like something that is for the whole wall, but it's not too much. So, and then I ended up stumbling into this wall paneling or wainscoting, and I thought it would be perfect for the wall. So, but the thing was, I was not sure how to do it, what tools I needed. So I started watching like a couple of YouTube videos, and there was videos of how to do it and stuff. And for me, the trickiest part was to measure the wall and to find the right tools on, and also to make the frames that they are straight and not, that everything turns out perfect. That was the most difficult part for me. But I ended up finding tools that I use. And then for the measuring of the wall, for me personally, because there was people who said that you measure the whole wall and then you add, you have to know how much space you want in between the frames, and then you add how many spaces you need, and then you divide it with the measurement of the whole wall. So it was complicated for me. So what I did, the easier version of my thing, I had this big frame at home, and what I did was I used it to see like how many frames I would need. And I needed like 4 frames, and I just added like a few centimeters, like both sides and down. So if you can see, if I place it here, it's like in the middle of the frame. So I just added up and down on the side. Then it's, that's how, for me, how I did it. I just placed it, and then I'm a very visual person, so it was more of a visual thing. And for the lower part, the lower frames, it was easier because I used the measurement below to know how long I wanted the lower frames. So the lower part was it. The difficult part was the upper one, but I used this big frame to measure it. And the other important tools, let me show you guys. So the other thing is that, you have to go to a hardware store. You have to find the tools that you need. I mean, the first thing that I needed was to find the material for the frame. And I ended up getting, most of people use wood, but for me, I ended up getting, because this is specifically made for the decor, for making the paneling. So I ended up finding this, and you can paint it and do what you want. I don't know if you can find it in other stores, but I don't know the name. If I find the name, I will put it on the link. But it's like it's really for just doing the paneling stuff. And you can glue it, you can use nails, whatever you want. But for some frames I used like nails, for some frames I used glue instead of drilling. So you can just for me, I just decided, like some of the frames I used nails, like I said, and some of the frames I used this glue. So yeah. So the other important tool that for me was this tool was very important. It is this miter box, and it comes like this. There's like a saw and like this box, and you can use it to cut things like precisely. So if you wanted like a straight line or with an angle, and this, when you're putting frames, you need the angles. So this for me was very important. If I needed to cut the straight line, you just put this here and you just hold it, and then you just put the saw there and just cut it. Or with the angles, you just put it there and then you just put the saw. Let me show you guys. Put the saw, you see, it just puts it in an angle, and then I was always just holding it to the corner and then just cutting. And this for me, it worked for me. So I loved it, because I was not sure if I was to do it without this. Let me tell you, it would be a whole mess back here. The other important tool that I used was this water level meter. This was also really important to show me if the line was straight, if I placed something, if it was straight or not. Because you know, it will always show you here if it's not straight. If it's straight, it should be in the middle, you know, and if not, it always goes a bit to the side. So this was really helpful for me to help. But with this, I did never use it alone. I just took a small one because the most important tool of all this for me personally, because the struggle is getting everything in a straight line. This was the struggle of it all. I found I was, you know, looking for ways to, I was just looking for stuff, you know, just randomly looking for stuff. And I ended up finding this tape measure from Bosch. This is, I mean, ladies, if you're like me and you're not good with straight lines, this is the tool you need. This, oh my God, without this, I don't know if I would have managed. I mean, maybe I would have, but this saved me so much time. And I was just looking for, you know, how I would measure the wall and how I would know if the frames are perfect or straight. And I ended up stumbling upon this laser measuring tape from Bosch. And this comes in different versions. There is like, it may not in different versions, but you can use it for a cemented wall or for a drywall. So a drywall is like this one. It's like, I don't know, cardboard or something. And what you can do is, and I prefer using it on the drywall. It was so easy because, you know, you just have to take this out and so it's like this. You just have to place this here in the middle. No, it's this way. Yeah. You just have to place this. It also comes with pins, and with these pins, you stick it on the you just put it on the wall, and then it's like straight, and then you switch it on, and there's like a laser light, and this laser light you can now turn it, and then it shows you if the line is straight or not. This helped me so much. And what I did was, when I was using this, I also used measuring a water level meter. And this, what it did for me was, it helped me. I mean, I used both. I mean, I'm not good with straight lines, so I didn't want to take any risk. So and then the good thing about this is, if the line is straight, the light here will go green. If the light is red, that means the line is not straight. So when it's green, it means that the line is straight. And I used this for drawing. What I did was, I drew all the frames first on the wall, you know, and then I was sticking the frames, because I don't know if some people do it without drawing. But the drawing part is important because, you know, it has you have like a guide. And also when I was sticking it on the wall after drawing, I still switched this on and I still use this just to double check that it's really straight. I mean, now I'm into DIYs. I'm doing a few. So if I do something and I think like, I need to share this, I will share. But still, we're doing fashion and all. I just like this DIY and I really wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and until the next video, bye.